Madam Secretary, will you call the roll?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Chairwoman Johnson.
Present.
Vice Chairman DeSimone.
Present.
Member Betancourt.
Here.
Member Connors. Member Jack Boney. Member Reposa. Member Scholl.
Present.
Executive Director Miguel Nunez.
Present.
Legal Counsel Rena Garcia.
Present.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Agenda item number 1, the board may discuss and vote to approve the minutes of the meeting of August 5th, 2025, and we've received the minutes. I trust had a chance to review them. Do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. Agenda item number 2, review deficient ballots from the special election for Senate District 4, Providence and North Providence, and the special election for Coventry Town Council District 3 and 5 pursuant to Title 17 of the Rhode Island General Laws.
Honorable members of the board, today we have to present to you 2 deficient ballots. Both of these ballots did contain a signature. We did not have any deficiencies, deficient ballots that did not have a proper signature on it. However, these 2 deficient ballots that we're going to present to you, the voters or someone did sign. However, they did not pass through our certification, and I'll explain each one individually. I just want to remind the board that if the board chooses to accept either one of these 2 ballots, then as we did the last time, we will have a brief pause in the meeting because we will have to add that to the final results before we can certify the election results in the next agenda item. So this first ballot is for Melanie Lanny. However, as you can see in the top left-hand corner of the envelope that we received, it's a Sonia Lanny, whose name is written in there, and Melanie and Sonia appears to have signed it. Melanie's signature is on the right from her voter registration form, so it appears that another family member did sign this ballot and not the voter.
We can use one at a time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Move to reject the ballot. Second.
Moved and seconded to reject the ballot. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? The ayes have it.
And I will note that Miss Lanny and the next voter were sent notices from our office to correct it, and they did not return those by the deadline yesterday. The next and final voter to review is William Joseph Andrioni. His signature on his ballot is at the left there, and all of his signatures that are on file are over at the right. And we have attempted to give you more information now with when the signature was captured, the date on it. So those are the 3 that we have currently on file for Mr. Andrioni.
Miguel, the signatures go all the way back to the whatever the original signature was from the community itself.
Correct. They will go even further back than the CVRS's existence in some cases.
Move to reject. Second.
Moved and seconded to reject. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? The ayes have it. That's it.
And that concludes our presentation of the deficient mail ballots.
Okay. Agenda item number 3, the board may certify the special election for Senate District 4, Providence and North Providence.
Honorable members of the board, this afternoon I respectfully request that the board certify the results of the Senate District 4 special election, which was held on Tuesday, August 5th, in North Providence and Providence. In the election, 2,054 total votes were cast, with Stefano V. Famigletti receiving 1,705 votes, which is 83.01% of the total vote, and Alexander T. Essermili receiving 333 votes, which is 16.21% of the votes. The following information is my summary to the board on the conduct of the special election. The results are contained in the summary results report that you have before you. This certification consists of all results voted upon either during the early voting period, by mail ballot, or on election day. Now, as I mentioned, a total of 2,054 ballots were cast in this special election for an overall turnout percentage of 8.2%, which is lower than the 24.8% that we saw in the primary. Of the 22,196 eligible voters in the district, 1,207, or 59% of voters, voted on election day. 355 voted, or 17%, voted by mail ballot, and 492, or 25% of the total votes cast, were cast during the early voting period. On election day, 3 provisional ballots were cast at the polls. 2 of these provisional ballots were approved by the Board of Canvassers, while 1 was disqualified. Now, 395 voters applied for a mail ballot, and 355 voters returned their mail ballots to us. 125 of these voters deposited their mail ballots at one of the 4 drop boxes in operation, which includes North Providence, Secretary of State's office, and as well as ours here at the Board of Elections. Now, the drop boxes collected 36% of all the mail ballots that were cast in this election. 2 voters deposited their mail ballots at one of the 4 polling place receptacles located within polling places on election day, representing 0.05% of the mail ballots returned. 0 receptacle ballots were voided for being improperly placed within the receptacle. So all of the ballots, the 2 ballots that were cast into the receptacles, were properly counted and executed. Finally, 183 voters returned their mail ballots through the United States Postal Service, representing 52% of the total mail ballots cast. The Board of Elections administers the nursing home program, and in this election, we had 1 team out there who administered 45 ballots at 3 different nursing home facilities within these communities. And this represents 13% of the mail ballots cast in this election. With this concludes my report on the certification of the Senate for District 4 special election, which was held on August 5th, 2025. With your approval, I ask that the board certify these results, which will be sent to the Honorable Secretary of State, Greg Amore. And I'm happy to answer any questions from the board.
Thanks, Director.
I just
Yes.
have one question.
Vice Chair.
So Miguel, the only question I would have is, in those drop boxes that were in the polling places, were there any regular ballots that ended up in those?
On this election, no. Both were in envelopes and properly signed.
Thank you.
Great.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I really appreciate the breakdown of where mail ballots are being done. Is that something that you're hoping to continue doing?
Yes, each election, this is what we do. We track how each ballot is returned and
So this
how-
already exists?
Yes.
Oh.
yes. So
I love
hopefully we
this.
can refer back when we have special elections and see what the trends are long-term.
That would be great. I would love to see that. That is really,
Drop boxes.
drop boxes are great. So I think this statistically can be something great, like down the road to continue, agreeing, like telling the legislature, well, we may need more, if anything.
Absolutely, and we'll have the data if
That's
that
awesome.
ever comes up.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. That's very cool.
Anything else for Miguel?
I move to certify the results
Thank you.
as reported by Executive Director.
A second.
Moved and seconded to certify the results for the special election for Senate District 4, Providence and North Providence. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? The ayes have it. Thank you, everyone. Do you want us to sign now, Miguel?
Miguel. Have them sign now.
Yes, please, if you want to do that now, so you can get that over to the Secretary of State. And we're in the process of creating a certificate for the winner, and we'll deliver that to the Senate President's office at some point. We're still working with the printer, though, to get it actually finalized, so that'll go over to the Senate President probably within a week or two.
Thank you.
He's being sworn in tomorrow.
Well, we'll have his proof pretty soon.
I did, I talked to
You know
people.
what? I usually-
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
Central.
Okay. So it'll probably be within a week.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Big shoes to fill. All right. Agenda item number 4, the board may discuss and vote to approve the special election calendar for Central Falls School Board to be held on November 4th, with the primary to be held on October 8th if necessary.
Honorable members of the board, as a result of a recent charter amendment approved by voters on July 8th, a new 9-member school board was created in Central Falls with 4 elected members and 5 appointed members, replacing the current 5-member Central Falls School Committee. Holding the election, as you can see, on Tuesday, November 4th, would establish the candidate declaration dates as August 29th and September 2nd, because September 1st, which would typically be the second day of declarations, is actually Labor Day. So that would place it on the day following Labor Day. Candidates would have until September 10th to return their nomination papers to the Board of Canvassers. The primary would be held on Wednesday, October 8th, a day later than normal because October 7th is a Jewish holiday. A primary will not be necessary if only 4 candidates declare for these offices and qualify for the ballot. If the board does not have any additional questions regarding the draft calendar, the staff requests approval for the Central Falls School Board special election, which will be held on November 4th, 2025, and the primary to be held on October 8th if necessary. I'm happy to answer any questions about the calendar from the board.
Thanks, Miguel. Any questions?
Are these calendars online?
These calendars, the actual PDFs,
Well, no, the dates and all.
the dates, yes. Well, some of the dates we do place on our website, but many of these dates are technical as far as for the boards of canvassers. But if something does address the voters, for example, when to apply for a mail ballot, when to register to vote, that we will place online. And we do send the final calendar to the local boards of canvassers and the Secretary of State's office as well.
I just would point out that these dates were already placed on the town calendar prior to us approving them. So unfortunately, we approved all the dates.
And Central Falls is here to answer any questions about the calendars locally. They are here because I asked them to be present in case the board had any questions.
Do you want?
No, my only
Yeah.
issue is I don't think that they should be posted on the town website before we approve them. And this happened in the last election as well, with the nomination papers. So I would caution you, like, not to do that, but I can't stop the Board of Canvassers from doing it, so.
Okay.
In any event.
Any other questions?
Those are just the final official results as the board certified them.
I'll move approval
Thank
of the special election calendar for Central Falls as referenced by the director.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Abstentions? The ayes have it. Agenda item number 5, the board may discuss and vote to approve the polling locations for the Central Falls School Board special election to be held on November 4th, 2025, with the primary to be held October 8th if necessary.
So remaining on the same topic of the special election in Central Falls, on August 5th, a few days ago, the Central Falls Board of Canvassers met to discuss and vote on their selection of polling places for the upcoming school board special election, which, as mentioned, will be held on November 4th, and the primary to be held on November 8th if necessary. As a result of this special election, as I mentioned, 4 members of this new school board will be elected. For the school board special election, which is citywide, the board voted to open 3 of their 7 polling locations, which are actually the same locations that they opened in last month's citywide special referendum, which was on July 8th. These locations are Precinct 0401, Ferran Manor, located at 30 Washington Street, Precinct 0405, Knights of Columbus, which is at 20 Claremont Street, and Precinct 0406, which is Wilford Manor at 466 Hunt Street. Now, as I presented to the board previously when approving these same polls for the citywide special referendum held in July, turnout is typically light for these special elections in Central Falls. Just to refresh the board, in 2021, a special election in the city saw a 4% turnout. In 2015, a special election saw a 7% turnout. In fact, in last month's July 8th special referendum, there was a 2% turnout, with only 195 voters casting a ballot in the special referendum. As is typical in special elections, when precincts are combined, the Central Falls Board of Canvassers will place a sign at any polling location, which will be closed that day, which will direct voters to their correct polling location operating that day. And of course, voters will also have the opportunity to locate their assigned polling location online on the Voter Information Center. Based on the voter turnout expected to be low, as it was low in last month's special referendum, as well as that historical turnout that I mentioned, as it being low in special elections in the city of Central Falls, the staff does agree with these polling place selections and asks that you approve them. I'm happy to answer any questions from the board.
Any questions for Miguel?
Vote to approve the polling locations.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, abstentions? The ayes have it. And no further business. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. And we are adjourned at 4:17 PM.
Madam Chair, I asked once before, is this Patty